I'm here in Leadville, Colorado for the Leadville 100 mountain bike race. It's one of the most historic and longest running races in America. It's pretty unique because it starts at 10,000 feet and heads up to 12,500 and it comes back to 10,000 feet where it finishes. So altitude is a huge factor and the course is tough. It just blows everyone up, so it's always a good story at the end. The way I set up my race here is different than a lot of athletes. A lot of guys have their schedule from their team or a very structured, okay, we're gonna do this series or that series. For myself, Kona gives me the flexibility to do whatever I like. So each year, the first race I focus on is the 24-hour World Champs. So I see where that is and what training it takes to get into top shape for that. So after that, I'll have the next set of races. This year it's the Lifetime Fitness Grand Prix, so that's 6 races pre-scheduled. And then I look around that, what can I combine? So this year I could combine the Breck Epic, a 6-day stage race right after Leadville. Yeah, leading to Leadville, the altitude's definitely a big factor. So I did some planning back start of July after crushing the Tusher in Utah. I stuck around, did a 4-day bike packing trip in the highlands of Utah, going through Zion National Park, Powell Point, Bryce Canyon. And yeah, my goal was just to camp up high every night to mimic the elevation of Leadville. So yeah, the first night was Powell Point at 3,000 meters, and then the other 2 nights right around 2,800. And between that, it would just be bike packing 6 to 8 hours a day, just as a way to rebuild the base.
The truth is where you're going to be standing Saturday morning. Saturday morning, it's all about one thing. One thing. I'll drop the trigger on that old 12 gauge and it'll go bang. At the other end of the race, Marilee will be standing there with the buckle. Now between that bang and that buckle, it's all up to you.
One of the things that makes Leadville a pretty cool event is the volunteers. The locals here are super friendly, down to earth, genuine. It's not really a sports town historically. It was a big mining industry here. And the Leadville race series came in to help the economy once the mining shut down. So yeah, the locals they're really curious to learn from us athletes, and just like we're curious to learn about them.
Cory Wallace across the finish line.
This lifestyle I've chosen to chase races and adventures around the world is all, it comes back to just, I like to have my freedom to roam around and take up opportunities that come out. A lot of times I'll fly a flight overseas and then things a 2 or 3 week trip, and then 6 months later I'll come back. Just, I always come to the decision like, hey, do I want to go back to home base or do I want to see what's around the next corner? And I usually want to see what's around the next corner, and that leads to some pretty big adventures.